All right, guys. So we got Frank in the house right now. Frank, you don't have to wear the mask.
I just wanted to show it off. I'm proud of my Upper Deck mask. I like it.
Did you make
It's a good touch. No, Upper Deck actually made them and sent them to stores with the orders. They were a big hit. I thought we were getting them on a regular basis, but they sent 3 of them and managed to snag one, and I gave away the other 2 to customers, and now we're trying to get more for the rest of the employees. So
Yeah, that's sick.
yeah.
So Frank, what are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to talk about Pokemon. So-called child's play Pokemon, that it's not really much of a child plays anymore. It's like a heavily collectible brand, cards, whatever you want to call them. The value of them are skyrocketing right now as speak. They rival in any sport right about now. So yeah, wanted to talk about it to your viewers, educate them a little bit, that just because it's characters and cartoonic, it doesn't mean it has no value. It has a lot of value, good value.
So when you think about Pokemon, what are the most sought after ones?
Well, the starters, they call them the starters, the Blastoise, all the starters, the Pikachus and whatever. But the most sought after and the legend of all Pokemon is Charizard.
Charizard.
Yep.
So tell me about this card. Is that, what specific Charizard is that? Because we know there's a ton.
This is a base set, which is an original Charizard. It's not a first edition, which is the very first produced, but it's not long after that. Very sought after card, very valuable card. I have to say, one of the very few cards I miss since you got it.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
I did get this from Frank's store, so if you don't know, you can check out Frank's store. It's F&C House of Cards, located in Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
Yep.
So you guys are open right now too, right?
We are open. Since we've been in stage 2 in Windsor, we are open completely to public. All we do is ask to please have a mask on when you come in. I have full measures of safety. You're more than welcome to come in anytime you want during business hours. I have everything it takes. Sanitize your hand right at the door, walk in, have fun. Everything is clean, everything has been sanitized and taken care of.
Yep. So if you guys don't know, that's actually where Bird and I typically get our cards. I know I do. Bird's been slacking because he's married and whatnot now. He's trying to balance the marriage life with the cards, so it's...
Well, that and he's upset. We just don't know what is he upset about, but he's upset.
Why is Bird upset?
Bird is being Bird.
So we're just gonna trash Bird for about an hour, but no, for real. Frank is open, so if you guys want to go check out his store, why not? Like if you live in London, Toronto area, it's only like 3.5 hours.
Yep. I have people come from London, Niagara, Toronto. The other day, a guy showed up and he's like, "Oh, here you are! Finally, I made it." I'm like, "Well, we've been open a year and a half. Took you a while." And it's like, "Well, it's kind of hard for me since I'm from Edmonton." I'm like, well, that's nice, you know.
You do have a good store, so.
Yeah, and he did. First thing he said was, "Don't worry, I was quarantined before I came out when I came back from Edmonton." So yeah, everybody's more than welcome. Come check us out, see what we have to offer, and come have a chat and ask for advice. I'm happy to help.
Beautiful. So we already know the big 3. If you haven't seen, I did the top 5 Pokemon investing collecting tips. So hopefully that helped you out. But now we're going to get deeper into it because Frank's the man. He knows. And we're talking about other projects in the future. So again, we have the Charizard. So this is going to be your unlimited Charizard. This is going to be, what they were unlimited. So they were printing. How many did they print?
It's the unlimited. Nobody knows, because back then in the 90s and the early 2000s, there was no Yes, it is a very, very short printed card. There's a lot less Charizards than almost anything else. Don't really know. They never actually released any information of how many there are there. But just the fact that they are so hard to get, it tells you that they're short printed. That and the fact that back then it was a card that could be used to play a game, and just like we are today, we play a game, we have fun, and eventually we'll get sick of that game, and guess what happens? We forget all about it. So yes, I would say hundreds or possibly thousands of these may end up in the garbage, or could be sitting in boxes and attics and whatever. Nobody knows what they're valued, what they're worth. They're worth a ton of money. So if you're watching this and you thought you had some, go look them up.
Yeah, I was actually blown away. I know people on Facebook Marketplace. That's a good place for, if you don't know, you can try to find cards on Facebook now, kind of like Craigslist in the States. But like Charizard, it's hard to find. When they're on there, people message immediately.
It's like buying a house. It's a fight. It's an immediate fight, right?
Yeah.
Like you offer one and you'll get tens of people contacting you. Sometimes you were expecting $250, $200 and you end up with $500.
Yeah.
Just because they want it. Especially shape is everything. And if one pops up in great shape like this one, yes, expect to get paid good buck for it.
So you would argue that Charizard is almost as hard to get than a house?
It's
Like-
a lot easier to get a house these days.
Is
There's
it?
a lot of them, yeah.
You heard it first. So Frank said
Yeah.
it's easier to buy a house than it is to buy Charizard. So
Yeah, it's just a house that for the right amount they'll sell it. Sometimes not even the right amount will get a Charizard for you.
yeah.
Yep.
So how long have you been doing Pokemon for?
Pokemon, I mean, I know all about Pokemon. Right at the beginning, I kind of got into it a little bit. Not as a player, mostly as a collector, as an investor, like how do you say. I bought them. Believe it or not, I owned several Charizards. Most likely first editions too, that at the time that I did a favor to my first cousin and sent him a couple. And not knowing that that's going to be a big mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
He still has them. He's
So
still
what's
proud
the
of them.
story for that? Did you lose out on a Charizard?
I
You gave one
didn't.
away?
I didn't lose out. Basically I knew that everybody, like everybody that played the game wanted a Charizard, so I started buying them. I believe I owned at one point 5 or 6 of them. Cupped a couple, sold a couple, and my aunt in California one day called me and she's like, "Have you heard of these Pokemon or I don't know what Pokemon or she's even mispronounced it, right?"
Yeah.
She's like, "Yeah, it's very popular here in California, but there's only 2 stores that carry it, and there's a lot of people in California. We never make it. They're always sold out. And your cousin Andy, he wants some, and I could never get him some. So I'll buy it. If you have some over there, can you buy it and and ship it to us?" So I'm like, "Oh, no need to buy it. I have some. I'll send him some." And went through my Pokemon, looked at him. I'm like, let's make the kid happy. Send him all the Charizards,
Oh man.
everything.
Yeah.
Paid a nice big package and shipped him to California. That was, I'm gonna say, in early 2000s. Yeah, he's a doctor today, Andy, by the way. And
So he should give
so
him
proud
back.
of him.
He's rich.
He's rich, but you know what? No, you never take a gift back, right? If he wants to
man.
give him back, I'll take him. But
yeah.
yep. Pokemon, I'm telling you, we talked about this the one time, but it never made it. Very sought after, very valuable. A lot of people think of it as, it's a kid's game. It's not a kid's game. I mean, it's just as valuable. And remember, I asked you one time, I'm like, name me an athlete. And a famous athlete that you can think of. And I remember you said Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah.
Okay, and we compared, and a Michael Jordan 9.5 or a gem mint Michael Jordan rookie sells for about $40,000. Well, guess what? The first edition Charizard, which is considered his rookie,
Yep.
sells for over $50,000. So is it a child play now? It's more valuable than Michael Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah.
And he's not going to cheat on his wife.
and
by any means.
that's true. And he doesn't smoke cigars. Yeah.
No, I do
But
like
we
cigars.
love MJ though. We love MJ.
Yeah, you don't like
Yeah.
cigars?
I don't inhale, so I like it just for show, but not to actually smoke it. And
Yeah?
yeah. It's
sorry, guys.
Cigarettes are fine with me.
I like cigars. Though,
Yeah.
so.
Oh well, no, I like them
Yeah.
too, just to show and have fun and chill with the boys, but not to actually smoke.
Yeah. Cool. So the big 3 again. I know we talked about this in an older episode. That's gonna be Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. So how would you rate 1, 2, and 3 in your opinion? Rarest.
The rarest Charizard is by far, not even a comparison. Then Venusaur, and then Blastoise.
So why is Venusaur 2 and not Blastoise?
The best way to explain it is popularity. It's more popular. A card is only the card's value is determined by the public, by the market. Okay, the more you're willing to pay for it, the more value, whatever. So therefore, if it has more collectors, more of them will end up in private collections. More of them will not circulate, and therefore they appear a lot rarer than the others. Like I mean, like I said, we don't know how many Charizards are there in the world, but I know people that own 30 or 40 of them.
Yeah.
And don't show them to anybody. I've seen a couple collections, and it was stunning. And these are cards that will never see the daylight, right? They're like, no, I'll gladly not show them to anybody. I just know I have them. And these guys will keep buying them. Like even if they didn't stop at 40, anytime they see one, they like the shape, they'll buy it. So that's why the less there is in the market, the more valuable it becomes.
Well, I guess that's why I don't have one, because I still can't find it. They're hard to find.
They are. So they're super.
Even
hard
on
to
eBay,
find.
I'm like, man, like the bids goes up and up and up. It's
it's
crazy. Yeah, the one thing I was gonna say about it though is like you're right. Like literally, even like a card. I mean, maybe not this one yet, but cards like these can be worth more than gold if they're first edition. Right?
Some of them are worth more than
they
gold.
are worth way more if they're first edition Shadowless.
I'm sure I showed you this one card that I have. That the Lugia. Genesis.
Yeah, Lugia, right?
Lugia, however you want to say
Lugia,
it.
Whatever.
2 months ago, that card, the first edition Holo Lugia, was selling for like $200. Literally, 2 months ago. Today, I was lucky. I ended up with one in great shape. Graded it. Didn't come up what I wanted it, but still good. And today, it's worth about $2,500.
Oh my god!
In 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and I get a lot of people want it. Right?
Why is that one? Because I believe I did see that one in your store. Why is I used to have one too. I used to have one.
Yep.
But I think that's a story for a lot of people. You're probably looking at some of these cards and you're like, "Mom, where are my cards?" or whatever. That happens a lot.
The consensus that the Neo Genesis was what people believe or company released. I'm not 100% sure why, but everybody believes that the Lugia is 4 times rarer than an actual Charizard. Oh my god. It's actually 4 times harder to get the Holo first edition.
Yep.
Yeah. And information comes out, and once it comes out, everybody looks for it. And all it takes is 3-4 people to start scooping them up, and the price is up and up and up and up and up, right?
Yep. So, are you gonna hold on to that card? Do you recommend holding on to it?
Oh no, it's for sale. It's If I'm a business, right?
Yep.
Or I'm an expert, or part of a business that I help out with it, and like I said, I give advice, right? But as a store, no, it's available for sale for the right price, of course.
Okay.
It's not something that I want to push out of the way. And if you're willing to pay for it, it's available.
Yeah. All right, so let's try to dive a little bit deeper into Pokemon. This episode should be better because Bird's not hosting today. Just kidding. We should trash Bird a bit,
It's easy.
He's always trashing us.
I know, huh?
He's talking behind our backs. Yeah. Okay, so this is a different kind of Blastoise. What is this card, and is this even valuable at all?
It's valuable. This, I can tell, it's a secret rare, or a rainbow rare, they call it. How do you tell? No. How do you tell a secret rare or a rainbow rare?
Because it looks dope.
Well, that too. You're right in a way, but the best way to tell is you look at the card number. The card number here. You see it?
Yeah, 218
of
214.
So there's 214 cards in the set, yet this card is number 218. So it was a secret.
So secret would be like beyond the set?
Beyond the set. It's the numbers above the set. It's you can call it unannounced. You could call it, in some terms they call it Easter egg. It's an unannounced secret rare. Almost every set has secret rares. There's not a lot of people know what they are until and makes them. They are very hard to get. They're not like one in a box or whatever. They're very hard to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did pick this one up at your store too. I
Yes,
remember I saw it and I was like, Blastoise is a good character,
And
but I was
you got
like,
it pretty cheap actually.
I know. I didn't want to mention that.
$25.
No, 40. I paid 40.
You paid 40 for it?
I did. Yeah,
Still
40.
cheap.
Yeah, it's still
That's
still
about
good
an
price.
$80-$90 card today. So.
Yeah, so I just did good on another investment, guys. I ain't screwing around. I've been lucky all year, so.
I don't know, but you've been lucky. Is I've been taking care of you. That's how
Yeah,
I said
Frank. I know, it's true.
Give me
it's true.
credit.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like I get advice from
Yeah.
Bird, then I see you, and I'm like, well, your advice makes sense. Bird doesn't.
Bird gives advice.
Yeah, he does. He does. Oh, poor Bird, man. Yeah, he does. He does. It's just Bird has good advice, to be honest. He does.
Really?
No,
I mean,
can't trash
Bird.
He's
Bird,
not here to defend
I love
himself.
Bird. I love Bird. By
Yeah,
the way, he is one of my favorite people in the world. Everybody.
Oh,
Just so
come
you know.
on.
He is. He is too.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
because Bird is so emotional about his belief.
Oh, with sports,
With
though,
sports,
Yep.
especially
In Ohio State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bird from day one says Luka is the god. And right now, if you tell Bird Jordan was cloned and back, he'll still take Luka.
Yeah.
Because he insists, right? Like,
yeah.
and I love him for that.
Yeah.
But when it comes to actual advice and reality, no, he's not part of this.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Bird's
but I
getting
love you,
wrecked.
Bird. I love you, Bird. Yeah.
All right, Bird. Well, you're not here to defend yourself, so we're gonna keep it going. Okay, so we have another Charizard. This is a M Charizard. I got this for, I don't know. I'd like to say $50, like a year ago. How good of a card that is that the M Charizard?
It's not. It's a horrible card. It's very not valuable. I mean, I'll do you the favor and take it off your hands.
Oh, so he's lying. Oh,
This
man.
is a very, very, very nice card.
Actually, whenever I show
Yeah.
you a non-unlimited Charizard, you
Yeah.
tend to buy it off me for here.
Well, because Charizard, it's like, how do we compare him to? He's the Zion. Or the LeBron James. It's right now, it's only up, never down.
Yep.
Charizard cards that were normally selling for $10, now they're selling for 50. Cards are selling for 50, now they're selling for 400.
He's like an icon of Pokemon, though. He's the Michael
He is
Jordan
the-
of basketball.
The godfather of Pokemon.
Yes.
That's the best way to say it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, imagine Pokemon without Charizard. It's like saying the Chicago Bulls in the 90s without Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Would it be the same?
No.
Yeah. And prices are skyrocketing. I got lucky on some. I'm very unlucky on some. I recently just sold a Charizard, Bird and Shadows, 2 days ago. And I sold it for $425 US. That same card was selling for $80, $90 not long ago.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I did pay up for the card. Like, I didn't pick it up really cheap, but it was good. It was a quick sell. You know what I mean? Like, he's a quick sell because he's going up. His popularity's picking up. Even not only older generation Pokemon, that new Charizard from the beginning, even younger crowd, right?
Yep.
You don't have to teach them or show them or push them in that way. They just, as soon as they look at Pokemon, oh, he's cool. I love him, Charizard.
Yeah.
Like, for no reason,
And he's
right?
so big. He's a good-looking dragon. He's got a lot
Yeah.
of HP and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's the whole combination of it. So let's do a little prediction then.
Yeah.
So we got 4 cards here.
Yeah.
Let's just because we can, 5 years from now, how much are these cards worth? Point at them and give us an estimate. Just
5 years from now? Okay.
Okay, let's do 2030.
Okay, how about
That's a
this?
long
I don't
time
know.
from now.
Let's not do it in a money wise, but let's say we'll do a multiplier.
Okay. All right.
The market, because the market value today, it's what every card is worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. I mean, Charizard, yes, there's a lot of people are willing to pay good.
Yeah.
But
Once
we're
they
talking
find
a
out, too.
multiplier. 5 years from now, according to today's market, and you can put it up on the screen, what are they going for,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
they're
we
worth.
can.
And
Yep.
yeah, we'll take this beautiful big boy here. I'm going to say 5 years from now, this card will be worth at least 4 to 5 times what it's worth today.
5 years from now.
5 years from now.
So why would you invest in other cards then?
Because they're not easy to find.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
I can't find them.
And they're not
anymore.
cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. Investing is levels. Some investors invest in millions. Some investors invest in 100 millions. And some investors invest in tens of dollars.
Yep.
Okay? It's all up to your budget. After all, I advise everybody that always like what you're doing before you start investing. You have to believe in it. You have to like it before you start dumping money on it.
Yep.
Okay? Not everybody can afford a holo unlimited Charizard. You know, it's not a cheap card. It's a 4, depending on the shape, up to $600 card.
Yeah, and I would have definitely never got it if I wasn't more learning and doing well with cards, to be honest.
Yeah, and if you didn't know Frank too, so.
If I didn't know Frank, that's true.
So,
Frank's the godfather of
some
cards.
people can afford to invest in him today, and if you can and you find them, grab them. I know that if any one of those comes my way, it will not leave the door. At any cost. Okay? But moderate, like not any cost. Like don't come in there and ask me for $2,000 and expect it. No. But I'm saying at a market value, I will, even as a reseller, I will match market value, knowing that it's a good investment. That's for this one. Over here, same thing. Again, one of the most popular, whenever, you know, in 5 years, I mean, Charizard will always be going up and up and up, so will he. But Blastoise, it's not as popular as Charizard, or matter of fact, Venusaur. I will say in the next 5 years, he'll double.
Well,
yeah. These guys right here are already doubling as we speak.
Wow.
The secret rares from Hidden Fates, from all these brands. He will not make a huge jump like the other ones. It will go up, just not a massive. Like it's already like, I mean, you said I don't remember. You said you paid 40.
Yeah, 40 Canadian.
It's already at $70 or $80 right now. So maybe in 5 years it'll hit the 100 or maybe slightly over. Yeah, but because it already went up, it already made the jump. Yeah, this one right here is the one I like the most, and believe it or not, that I did show interest in it from you, and you said you're keeping it, and smart if you are. These cards, they're very hard to get. Again, they weren't very popular at the time, EXs and Megas and whatever. They are now. This card, I can also see it going for 3 to 4, maybe 5 times its value today in 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Beautiful. No, that'd be amazing. Now, one we'll just throw into the mix. I just got a couple of these. I think I got these for $10 a piece. Or maybe one I got from you, actually.
The one you got from me, I believe it was $10.
Yeah, and actually, the only reason I wanted it to get it was because I used to have one and I got rid of it. So anyways, what are these cards? And
these are Topps Pokemon. They came out in the early, if I'm not mistaken, I believe in early 2000s. You can somewhere around there. Yeah. No, I can see it. Yeah. Late 90s, I believe. Yeah. That's what I thought. They're Topps. They're very popular now. They're coming up. Like before, they're not short printed. They're not very short printed. There's a lot of them out there. It's just that they were never considered Pokemon cards. They were just show cards or movie cards or whatever.
That's how I felt when I was a kid. I'm like, this is a fake Charizard. That's how I felt.
That's a lot of people believe that too. But again, it's still a Charizard, and you pay $10 a piece. I'll gladly pay you double that today. They will not be a hot item. They are, in my opinion, is just a matter of a Charizard collector, a Pokemon collector would want one. So they're not going to be hundreds. They're not going to be, I mean, at best, they'll triple in price. But still, it's still a Charizard. Anything Charizard. You can have a shirt that says Charizard and it's valuable.
It's true.
Yeah.
Or Pikachu. Pikachu's so cute too,
Pikachu,
right?
It seems that there's a lot of Pikachu collectors. They just always grow out of it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, Eevee is another very popular character among collectors.
Wigglypuff. We got some other ones. So let's go through those. Maybe point out a card that is cool or valuable that people like out of those.
All right, let's see.
Those are holos. These are non-holos.
These are holos. Alakazam, for some reason, not much Hobby Love. Anything Eevee Evolution is good.
Here, we'll make some room too, just so we can get these cards in the middle a bit.
All Eevee Evolutions are popular.
And this is number 1. This is the first card of the base set years ago.
Yes, this is the... But for some reason, Alakazam, because he's grumpy, didn't pick up a lot of... It's still worth a few bucks, but not as much as the other ones, right? It's, again, if somebody doesn't collect him or people don't look after him, then the price is not going to go up because he's available for you to buy, right? At the regular price. So why would people fight over it? Over here, you got Flareon and Jolteon. They're Eevee evolutions. Eevee evolutions are very popular. A lot of people collect them because a lot of people collect Eevee.
Well, a lot of girls like Eevee too, right? It's a very
it's a girly character Pokemon that is sweet and you know what I mean?
Because a lot of women and girls are into Pokemon more than I would say.
A lot more than men.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot.
We'll give our female watchers props that in general women are smarter than men.
I would say that Bird's smart. Yeah. I mean. Yeah, for sure.
Unless we're talking about her. And I deal with a lot of girls that when it comes to Pokemon.
Well, you're married to one, aren't you?
I am married to one, but I don't deal with her.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So here we go.
A lot of my customers are girls, and they are not love talking to them because they know everything. They know everything about everything, and not just in the world of collecting. They buy, they sell, they trade, and and Eevee seems to be a very popular. Just like Venusaur is very popular with guys, right? It's Venusaur, it's the big guy.
Yeah, that's probably why Charizard is so big with the guys, right?
Oh, Charizard is big with everybody.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, even if you have a dog and he collects Pokemon, he's going to want a Charizard.
Yeah, your dog might want to get Charizard. But you're right, though. The women have the multitasking ability, whereas I find most guys, or at least me, I'm good at doing one thing, and that's it, because I'm an idiot.
And here is my all-time favorite Pokemon.
Here, let's spread it out just a little bit so we can see. That's a nice card.
Vaporeon. That is my favorite Pokemon, everybody. I've always liked him. I've always fascinated by him and Pokemon Go.
Is it a he or she, Vaporeon?
Vaporeon, I believe it's a he.
Gender neutral, maybe. I don't know.
Well, it could be, but
it's a beautiful Pokemon.
I like it.
Yeah. You know what card I like because I pulled it from a pack is Hitmonchan.
Hitmonchan. Yeah.
I pulled the holo from a pack and I freaked out. I thought I won the lottery or something. I mean, today it's still not worth as much, but if it's graded well, obviously, very sought after card. So, how important is condition? If you have Pokemon cards, can you just buy scratched up Pokemon cards, or in terms of value, don't they have to be pristine?
They don't have to be.
Okay.
But the better condition they are, the more they're worth.
Yep.
They're all worth money. When it comes to investing, like we're talking about investing and whatever, if you're collecting, then it really doesn't matter what shape it's in, as long as you have one, right? But when we're talking about investing, we did talk about this in a previous episode. We talked about grading and shape and whatever.
Yep.
People in general tend to look for the best. Okay, they always want the best. And if you give them an option of two exact same cards, one of them is a mint and the other one is gem mint, which one are they going to want?
Gem mint.
The gem mint. So, in terms of investing, you always look for the ones that are in great shape. It doesn't mean they're not in a great shape, they're worthless. No, not by any means. It just means that the value will not rise or they will not be an easy sell. Mint cards or near mint to mint cards are where the value is. It's just because at any point you want to sell it, there's a buyer. Yeah. Meanwhile, if you have a lightly played or a moderately played or damaged, you're going to have to find somebody that just wants one and doesn't care what shape is in it. That's the only one who will buy it.
Yeah.
Right?
I do agree. I'm looking for Pokemon cards a lot like these two. Actually, I find that because obviously some Pokemon cards, specifically Charizard, those are so expensive. I think alternatively, and we're starting to see it, people are starting to jump into cards like these.
Absolutely.
You know, obviously if you can get PSA 9 versus 10, you at least have it and it's still a good investment.
And there's a good reason for that, Mitch. Now with the rules of PSA grading, with PSA, apparently it's more popular than BGS when it comes to Pokemon. It's a preference. I like BGS very much. PSA graded Pokemon, they tend to be more sought after. And with the PSA rules that right now PSA grades according to value. So let's say grading a Charizard, it'll cost you according to its value. So it cannot, like a normal, let's say a normal charge is $10 or $15 to grade a card. Charizard is going to cost you more just because of its value.
Really?
Yeah, up to $100, that's the normal. Anything above $100, it costs you more, and sometimes a lot more.
I didn't know that. I
Yes.
actually had no idea.
That's how PSA tend to do it. When they give you the package, it's only cards up to $100 in value. These cards, majority of these are all under 100.
Yeah.
Okay, so why people tend to like these and grade them? Because believe it or not, the jump between ungraded and graded is huge.
For almost anything, too.
For
right?
almost anything. But for these, for example, like, I mean, yes, a Charizard in really good condition, if you go to sell it, you'll pay 400. If you end up with a PSA 9, 800. So what did it do? It doubled. Okay? Look at, for example, let's take one that from experience that.
And by the
Let's
way,
go with
Frank
him.
did help me acquire a lot of these. So again,
Yeah.
Frank you have Pokemon cards, you have packs of cards, you have tons.
Yeah,
and
we carry
tons
all
of hockey
Pokemon.
cards.
We carry.
Yeah.
We're dipping into Yu-Gi-Oh a little bit. We have a lot of singles,
Yeah.
not as much wax, but sports, all 4 major sports and everything.
Yeah, and I'm not
Yeah.
even just saying this because I know Frank is on the show, but literally, you have one of the best stores I've been to.
Oh, thank you very
Literally,
much.
like I've been
Thank
to
you.
London, I went to the States to a
Yeah.
couple stores. I haven't traveled much like out of Ontario, but
Mm-hmm.
at least here I'm pretty impressed. So
Well, I mean, the best store you could go to is a store that is managed by a collector. A lot of the stores, believe it or not, and I've been to a lot of stores, it's a business. You know, a lot of the people in the stores, yes, quite a few of them are great and collectors, but there's quite a few businesses that it's a business. It's got nothing to do, like the guy that it's working the counter, it's not a collector.
Yeah.
So therefore, you have to know what the guy in front of you wants, and you have to be able to answer it. If you're a collector, then you're pretty much gonna know everything.
I think people
Yeah.
can feel that too, though.
You can
Like,
feel that you're talking to somebody that can relate to you, not somebody that just want to sell you something.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. I've been
Yeah.
to a couple stores where I'm like trying to learn a little bit, like getting back. Like I know players and stuff and starting to know them, but like, you know, that was like in the '90s. But now getting back into it, going to your store, it's like you know,
Thank
you
you.
know, you do it.
Yeah.
So give you props on that.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, I love that's probably one of my Vileplume or Villaplume.
That is one of the pretty popular actually. The Villa Plume.
I used to
Yeah.
watch this show when I was like 10 to 15 years old. I would watch Pokemon on like we had like black and white and then just color TV.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm old now. That's so weird to think about.
Oh, God,
I used to watch black and white TV. Yeah. But seriously, Pokemon legit, like in the show, if you guys don't know, these Pokemons were introduced in these new episodes. Kind of like if you were to watch like, you know, new cartoons, like Pokemon was just getting popular in the 2000s early.
And like I said, back when it first came out, I was just investing in them. I was buying them, trading them, and whatever.
Wow.
Really knew not a lot about what they did and how they worked and everything.